Welcome back to another week, guys. Thanks for joining me today. We are gonna head out to a strength endurance bike session, then an easy run where we talk about low intensity training, how easy I run to have fast marathon times in my first pro season next year. If you like the video, leave it a like and enjoy. What is happening, guys? Welcome back to another week. I had a really power swim this morning, super happy with that. I'm now swimming with one young Finnish guy, really lucky actually, because I just met him by accident in the pool. Super nice, young guy, 18 years old, but he's a 800 to 1500 meter freestyle guy, like a real swimmer. So this is perfect, and normally those guys would be all swimming in the pool. So he has an 800 meter time of 8:30. In a short course pool. His best times, he did like 70k weeks, 30 hours of swimming, but it's perfect right now. He stopped with the club. He's a bit of a transition period where he still wants to swim a lot, so he'll be joining my swim sets for lots of it. Make it super much fun actually, and you notice just how you just swim better, how you have better dynamics, even the flip turns, and I don't know, just everything. Really doing some crazy numbers, stuff I've never done before. For example, in a short course pool, we did even just with pool but without 75% maybe. It wasn't 8 out of 10, but it was maybe not 7 out of 10. The hundreds were like 108 per 100 to 111. Those numbers I was never dreaming of before. So that's pretty insane. I wasn't smashing it. And then just like alternating and maintaining, do the easy ones easy, and learning some Finnish tricks for recovery as well, with sauna and cold bath after. That's really fun. So what do I've got going on now? I've just completed the first proper week of training, 15 hours. We built it back up, nothing crazy yet, but slowly back up. By the way, you can see all my training details and everything. Not on Strava, I don't do that, but I want to write like something I said in the earlier video before, that I want to keep my own touch to it. Like top 3 learnings of the week. It's like a really short email newsletter. I know some of you think, oh, email, I hate email, I have enough email from work. No, it's not one of those emails. It's 30 seconds to read or less. Super easy, no spam, no garbage in there. Just like 3 learnings of the week I made in that week. A bit of psychology in there, and my training data, my favorite podcast that I learned this week, which is super inspiring. It's just supposed to be like a feel-good email. Something I send on Sunday evenings always, so before your mind goes into another work week, you can read that email, hopefully feel better after it. It's not going to be any spam in there, don't worry. It's just, if you're not, you can unsubscribe right away. It's no cost or anything. You'll find a link in the description, and yeah. Today's bike ride, just 1 hour, but a bit more quality. We're working on strength endurance again. I just got like 1 gel, it's just 1 hour, but I want to have a little bit of carbs. Normally for training carbs, I'll do like 40 to 60 grams an hour. I got like the Morton stuff, but it's always 80 grams. And yeah, I don't have the small package right now, so I don't want to spend 80 on that. Yeah, so just 1 gel, some water, then we get going. Take you along for the ride here. Yeah, now the tougher time of the year is coming here, Finland, and with rain, but it's everywhere the same. Just the winter is here like 2 months longer probably, more darkness. So definitely more indoor riding, but super excited also for the goals are set now for next year. And really, it's cool. I never had a race this early. I mean, for you guys out there in USA and other places, Australia especially, you can race early in the year. But for us Europeans, mostly you have your first race like maybe April, May most likely earliest. So now having a race in early March which is gonna be 70.3 Dubai, where I'll do my absolute best to show the data. Like I said, the splits like a high 23 swim. It is salt water, but it's gonna be a non-wetsuit swim. So of course that's a touch slow, maybe 2 seconds per 100. We'll see. Yeah, then have a strong bike ride. It's a flat course, so it's power versus aerodynamic, which is good for me. Yeah, then the run, just show what I can do. I'm not gonna run 106, but that's totally fine. It's just going along with the journey, enjoying it, having fun out there racing. That's something I could imagine being super fun, because it's now the head-to-head thing, right? Age group racing, I became a little bit bored of that because there's never the head-to-head racing, except in Kona. There you know, okay, I started with all those guys, but it doesn't make it so personal. It's not the racing aspect, right? So in pro racing, you know, everybody you start at, you race against, and whoever comes first to the finish beats the other guy. So the competitive side in age group racing has been actually a bit of sleep with me, which is too bad, because I mean, we all like a little competition on the race course. Off the race course, I think you see a lot of things going on in triathlon right now. People trying things, and it's good for attraction, for sport, but I think it's good off the race course to be, I don't know, just be yourself, and I don't know, let the actions speak. Just talking is, yeah, it's okay, it's good for the sport, like I said, but the person you're in the race, that's a different person, and there you gotta be a ruthless animal. You don't have to say it before, because unless you do the actions in the race, they're not worth much. But in the race, like Paddy the Baddy, you gotta be able to rip the head off of those guys without touching them. Not a combat sport, but there you need that mentality. Good morning guys. We are now here into the next day. It's early morning now. Well, not that early. I always sleep my 9 to 10 hours each night. So I get up 8:30. Nothing crazy anymore, but something I had to do to recover the best, the must-have. So just like how I go through my day mostly, I will have to wake up 8:30, depending a little bit when I go to bed and how tired I am in the morning. But then it's really important for me, you notice, for my biorhythm, that I get up and not sleep in. Sometimes I try it for extra recovery, especially with COVID, until 10 sleeping. But actually that messes me up biorhythm quite a bit. So I rather have a nap later in the day. So I get up, have a coffee for sure, and then have a smaller breakfast. So just like before swim, I'll do 1 or 2 bananas. Now I just had some small bread and banana and honey. Honey can be really good as well for like a vasodilator. That's something that can open up the veins, what they say, but it's a kind of a glucose sugar that works well on me and stabilizes me. For example, if I would have jam, there would be the opposite actually. There I feel really unbalanced. Same with like some yogurts, if it's too much lactose, all those things. Really have a look at your breakfast. If after your breakfast you don't feel stable for at least 2-3 hours, like really mood stable, your breakfast is probably not the right one for you. That's something you can check out. I, for example, noticed oats sometimes don't work. I just tried things. Maybe it was the cottage cheese, too much lactose in there. Try lactose free. Those things, give that a try. Now I'll do a 40-minute run, which you guys are joining, nothing crazy. And then afterwards I'll have my second breakfast. That will be for sure something high protein. So like an egg omelette, 3-4 eggs with a little bit of cream for calories and a little bit of cheese for calories. And then just quite a few breads for carbs. Then I'll do some laptop work, some PC work. Right now I'm first helping my wife with building up her business. She just started as a physio here in the area, so that's really exciting, her own business in a way. And then of course work on the sponsorship side, trying to reach out to people, to companies and everything, because now is the best time to do that. In the autumn time, probably November latest, most companies do their marketing budget for next year, so you want to make sure that you write them before that, because if you write in January, they already have done most likely all their planning for the whole season ahead, and you're too late. now is probably a good time to talk about the slow run pace, since in general, I mean, everybody knows you should run the easy ones easy, but how easy? That was always a question for me as well. So now after COVID, obviously heart rate plays a major role, and that's super individual, right? Everybody's max heart rate is different. Lionel Sanders, for example, is very low. Mine, if I train it with high intensity training, I can rev it up to 200 for sure. So it's very different, right? So for me, for example, easy run when I was super fit, pre-COVID, and for Ironman, I had them I got it even lower at same pace and effort. So I was like at 125 to 130, 135 on hills maybe, so really low. And now, for example, when the fitness is a bit gone, I'm like more in the 135 range, but I'm really trying to keep it low because it wants to jump up to 140, 145. So I really have to slow it down so I have it at the right intensity and really low pace. So the pace is one I was always super interested in, especially what the fast guys are doing, how to break it down. I guess you're the same. I know from some of the world class ones, one of them, he, for example, does his long run at a 420 a minute per K pace, and he's running Ironmans at like 3:45 minute per K. So that's kind of the breakdown. So for example, me, I had the fitness to run like 2:55 to 3 hour marathons, and I did my long run at 5 minute K to 5:30, depending on terrain, but low heart rate, that was important, and low effort, but keeping a fluent, easy running stroke without pushing. It had to feel easy. So for example, if you're then doing a 3:30 marathon in an Ironman and you're running, let's say your long runs at 5:30 minute per K or even 6:60, yeah, it's tricky. You might be a bit too quick. So really make sure that your heart rate is percentage-wise really low and that the effort is easy, and then over time it will develop. For example, I expect to go, my overall paces with same heart rate and effort, I expect it to go up. So to go up in paces, for example, next year I aim for 2:49. 2024 I aim for something like 2:45 Ironman marathon, and then break it down from there. Obviously running consistency and staying healthy is number one. That's why me as a physio with all the strength stuff and knowledge, I hope that I have an edge on that front to really keep it consistent, because that's how you improve. Same with the Kenyans, they have the same percentage breakdown, probably something like that. So really make sure that your long runs are easy, feel easy. Towards the end, maybe some muscular load, but heart rate low. Don't have too much heart rate drift. So heart rate drift means that it goes up over the time. If it's more than 5 to 10%, I don't know, something in that range, you might be dehydrated. That's one. So if you really have a long run, 2 hours, take something to drink with, even if it's just 500 milliliter with some sodium, because that can obviously make your heart rate rise, and just keep it easy. That's important. A little trick for long runs, for example, on your watch, only have the time and the heart rate, so that way you don't get pulled into this bubble of, hey, I have to run a certain pace, I have to do that. And it's super important in triathlon where you always see the numbers. Swim probably splits, on bike the wattage, you're always focusing. It's important to switch those numbers off. So second breakfast is ready. Got my eggs, bit of cheese, lots of bread, 6 of them or so, just to get the carbs in. I always try to use like the full corn, what's it in English, like the proper cereal stuff, not just white breads, give better energy, especially after sessions. It's just good for digestion. Before sessions you can use white bread and stuff, white breads, because it's easily digestible. But yeah, I'm gonna smash that now, gonna have some coffee, and then that's it. Get out of here, have a good day, enjoy your training, chat soon. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. You can really help me out if you like and subscribe, push your notification bell, comment below what you want to see next, and I see you in the next video.